Let's get ready to rumble!
This episode is brought to you by FairDesk, a crypto derivatives trading platform founded by 6 former Binance execs and 3 former Morgan Stanley architects. FairDesk is a company focused on building a platform that enables traders to profit from both rising and falling markets. Sign up today and CB will credit you up to $600 in trading funds. For more information, visit fairdesk.com, link in the description below.
Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.
Okay. Yes, indeed, we are doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of my 2 Satoshis. Hope everyone's doing well out there. My man Crypto Minded said, how low will she go? Well, we're going to take a look at that today for sure. We've got Red River in the building today. Down Bank of England pulling the rug. Pensions have until Friday to rebalance books. Not a good look at all. Tommy Brown is here in the building. We've got a lot to talk about today. My guy Red River is always on it when it comes to TradFi, traditional finance, because it's important. You guys need to stay tuned and up to speed on what's going on in the traditional markets, because it really does have a direct impact and correlation with the crypto markets. You can no longer be ignorant to the macro financial situation. So I really do, and I'll maybe give you guys a couple of channels to look at. Blockworks being one. I love Blockworks. Check those guys out on YouTube. But you need to stay abreast to what's going on in the financial markets other than cryptos, because it definitely, this is not 2017. This is not 2016 or before that. This is 2022. Wall Street has taken over. SEC is coming in. Boy, I've got some articles about that today. And I actually just did a great interview with Ted Seidel. We had to reschedule last week, but I did interview him today. So all of my YouTube premium members will get that first. I'll get you guys the raw and uncut version of it tomorrow at the latest. So you guys can check that out. He was a big whistleblower, actually the biggest in the world for many years, up until last year. I think he, over the span of a few years, accumulated $75 million in awards, winnings. That's like hitting the Powerball, right? But he's on it, man. He's now fighting a lot of the pensions across the country because they are defrauding middle America left and right, and he is trying his best to help the regular middle person, right, the middle class individual out, because they so greatly depend on those pensions. And it's not looking good, guys. It really isn't. I don't think pensions are going to be sufficient enough for those looking to retire. I think he gave me a stat today. It's like the average retiree has $30,000 for retirement in their pension. Not enough. Not enough. But let's get over to CryptoBlood.com or Bloodalytics.com. Not CryptoBlood.com. It's CryptoBlood.io. But Bloodalytics.com, if you guys want to sign up for the highly accurate trend service that I offer. I'll be doing another review on October 15th coming up. this weekend, giving you the second month's performance. Last month we did 21.7% in returns on a $4,000 account, netting you about $867. Check it out, bloodalytics.com for more information on that. Before we really get started, I want you to get up there on that stage, ladies and gents. And you know what you got to do. You got to get up there and smack those like buttons for me. We have, I think, 13 people at the moment. Dr. Moda is here in the building. Hit that like button for me, Dr. Moda. Tommy Brown, smack that like button for me. Red River, hit that like button. Let's take a look at the technicals because we are all over the place, man. I mean, we did dip below that $19,000 critical area, but it seems like we have a little support, and it's been very low volume. As I told you guys yesterday, we have the volatility index at 25 or just under 25, which is very low. So we're not getting a lot of price action. It's a very hard environment right now for active traders. But it is coming to an end very soon. And guess what might be the catalyst? I'm just going to jump over there really quickly. That is going to be tomorrow's economic calendar. Tomorrow's going to kick it off 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you guys can see right there, PPI month to month, core PPI month to month. Those are huge numbers we want to see. If they are doing better than expected, that means worse than expected. So if the PPI numbers come in higher, that means more hikes coming from the Federal Reserve. That's bearish for us. If they're lower, then that's looking good. Okay, that means maybe they will stop the increases, right? The interest rate hikes. So just remember, up is down, down is up in this crazy world we're in today. In addition to that, we'll get a chance to see at 2 o'clock tomorrow FOMC meeting notes or minutes. So that will give us a glimpse into last month's, the brain, the thought behind the Federal Reserve, last month's decisions. So that would be retroactive, but what we're looking at to look forward in their policy and how they will move forward are those numbers at 8:30 tomorrow. So mark your calendar, set an alarm, do something, because it should start shaking up the crypto markets and of course regular markets as well. Even worse is Thursday. That is when it's going to get cracking. CPI month to month, CPI year to year, and core CPI month to month. Those are big ones. Unemployment claims could be a big one as well. So we need to see what those numbers look like. So tomorrow, going into Thursday, is a very critical time period for this week, to close out this week with cryptos. We're near the lows. So typically what I think is going to happen is that these numbers are going to be higher than the markets want. And that will consequently make them think the Federal Reserve will continue their target of increasing interest rates. My man Conrad said, yo, someone said Dogecoin. Yes, I did, my friend. We will get to that today for sure. S&P 500 barely closed above 200 week moving average today. Yikes. Listen, the market's going to wait for tomorrow and Thursday. I'm just letting you guys know. That's why we're in a holding pattern right now. As you guys see, we're on those lows, just dipping right there on the precipice. Now we did breach it. This candle right here, we did breach the previous low. So technically, that is a point scored for the bears. Let me see here. Actually, we did not breach this one here. We didn't breach this one right here. So indecisive. I mean, at this point, I am still bearish because we're nowhere near this channel. The bottom of this channel, we got rejected right here. Okay, we rejected that channel, and so it seems to me like a move down. I mean, I could draw something like this, and maybe we'll see tomorrow. By tomorrow, we'll see a break to the downside after the news comes out. Of course, it depends on which direction the news comes out. But be prepared. I'm just warning you. Okay? Don't wait until the news comes out. You got to make a decision before the news comes out. You got to set up and have some conviction before the news. That's the only way you're going to have some gains. You got to take that risk. So figure out which way you think. I'm not telling you which way it's going to go. I'm telling you which way I think it's going to go. But you have to make that decision for yourself. And, put some money on the line. Put that bet in, baby. The crypto casino. Get over to Fair Desk. That is where I trade actively. And they are great, man. I love this exchange. They have great rebates. I'm giving you some incentives to actually sign up with Fair Desk as well. So check those guys out. Link in the description below. Send me your UID and I will send you a 50% off discount for Bloodalytics when you sign up and fund your account. So hit me up with that UID after you sign up. And yeah, you'll get cracking. Dr. Moda said sell. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning toward that. I'm definitely leaning toward shorts. I can't really show you where we are in the markets. We're hedged right now, actually, in Bloodalytics at this moment. We'll see what happens going into this evening and into tomorrow. But currently we are short, my friend, on Bitcoin and long on Ethereum. Hedged right now, but that could change at any moment. So we just got to keep monitoring that. So we did have the Dow close a little bit up today. S&P 5 got hit hard over 0.5%. NASDAQ really slaughtered, down 1.1% today. NASDAQ closing at 2-year low. Not looking good. I'm going to do a refresh because I think that's old news as far as the headline. S&P 5 closes lower, notches 5-day losing streak ahead of key inflation report. So that is where we are with things in the markets. Let's take a look at what is going on with the Dixie. That is up today another 0.15 points or 0.13%, trading at 113. So again, we're inching higher. I'll do a refresh to see that chart, but we are inching ever so close to that previous local top of 114.52. So the trend is stronger dollar. Has been since that low we saw back on the 4th of October. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. Look, a stronger dollar means weaker risk on assets normally. Maybe not fully one-to-one on a day-to-day basis, but if the trend is higher, if the dollar is getting stronger, you're going to see risk on assets head lower. And we're seeing that. We had a rally, I think a bear market rally in the stock market and in crypto last week, but we have since faded that rally. All right, so, and it kind of pairs up with the Dixie. Dollar heading higher. This dummy was watching the Facebook headset event while the market was crashing. Who was that? Who was doing that, man? Oh, you? Silly, man. Let's take a look at this first one, guys. This, again, Crypto Diamonds striking again. Yet again, another predict. Not yet, but it's looking like it's getting close to what exactly I said was going to happen. The SEC is starting to target these NFT projects, guys. And I'm telling you, it's not. Listen, the NFT market, the NFT ecosystem is going to get hit as hard as the ICO ecosystem did in 2017 going into 18. I mean, they're already down. So an SEC kind of hammer on the NFT world would only be like kicking a dead horse, right? NFTs are already down 98% in trading volume. That is pretty much like the crash of the ICO boom. Let's just face it. But this is new, hot off the press. Out of Watcher.Guru, Bored Ape Yacht Club creator Yuga Labs faces investigation from the SEC.
Bored Ape Yacht Club creator Yuga Labs faces a probe from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. According to Bloomberg, the investigation is to inquire whether the Bored Ape Yacht Club, listen to this, NFT collection violated federal laws. No, you can't be serious. Yes, we are. I am. And they are very serious. The SEC, that is. Looking into this is what's going on. They're looking into the possibility of whether a few of the NFTs sold by Yuga Labs are similar to securities and whether they should follow similar rules. The SEC is also looking into the Ape Coin, which was distributed to owners of the Bored Ape Yacht Club and associated NFTs. Not a good look, guys. This is it's already a nail in the coffin. When we see how the trading volume drops 98%, the floor on most of these NFTs are down 85, 90%. You can't recover from that. It would take almost a 10x to get back to where you were, and we know that's not coming. Especially the ones that are just straight JPEGs, art pieces. That wave is done, Beanie Babies, to the fullest. So, unfortunately, that wave is over. We're going to look at something Logan Paul posted a while back. I'm just seeing this, but it also illustrates what's going on. But the SEC is coming for your NFTs, and it's gonna look like Boys in the Hood. You know, that's the SEC in that red car right there, and that Pyru and that blood car right there with the shotgun. NFT. It's over, man. I've seen it before, ladies and gents. And I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. It's just, this is where we are. We've invited and wanted regulatory guidelines. And now we're getting it. And it's, you know, because the people, powers at B, were late to the game. And all the little people made all the money. Guess what? They're trying to claw back all of that and regain power and structure over this industry, and they're going to do it. They're going to do it, unfortunately. Say good night to Solana then. Probably, man. I told you guys weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that I heard from a little birdie that 2023 Q1 is going to heat up with regulatory standards. And we're already seeing it, right? It's not going to be like a on-off binary event. They're easing into it now. It's been happening since maybe 2 or 3 months ago. You started to see Gensler come out with rhetoric. You started to see, you know, SEC go after this project, that project. Not a good look. If I had to pick a poison, I would pick the CFTC. I think they would do the best job of them all. SEC is going to ruin this industry, ladies and gents, because they're calling everything a security. And they're probably going to get away with it. I'm just going to be honest with you. So, again, SEC is running your crypto portfolio down the alley, and you're getting shot in the back. And unfortunately, your future going to the league, going to college, play college football, playing college crypto, is over, homie. It is over, and it's going to look like that's how your portfolio is going to look by the time we get to 2023. I would say second quarter 2023. Y'all going down, man. And for those who feel like XRP, for some odd reason, is just going to miraculously escape through, man, y'all living in a parallel universe. I'm telling you, man. Y'all need to go visit John Titor, right? Speaking of Logan Paul, yes, that's right, Conrad. Logan Paul lost $600K on a damn NFT. Yikes, man. This came out. He put this tweet out back in, I believe,
July. I missed it though. But ultimately, you know, he came out and said in July that, hey, a year ago I spent $623K on an NFT. Today, it's worth essentially nothing. Which, what he's saying is, it's worth $10. The floor is $10 now. On the listen to what I'm saying. He spent $623,000, and it is worth $10 today. I don't know what else I need to say. Do I need to say anything else? Yeah. Logan Paul, an American YouTuber personality, purchased a rare Bumblebee 0N1 Force NFT for $623,000 back in 2021. Collection featuring 7,777 generative side profile characters with over 100 hand-drawn features. Today, the floor price, get this, is just 0.29 ETH. Yeah, man. Beanie Baby mania is over with NFTs. And I'm glad, to be honest with you. There are very, very valid use cases for NFTs. And now those are going to rise to the top. Those are the cream of the crop. Going to rise to the top now. And we're going to rise to the top. Horse and carriage. So I'm glad, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The mania was too much. Too many people getting in, becoming experts overnight because they made a few hundred bands. Just because you mistakenly made some money in a mania doesn't make you an expert in anything. Let's see how you fare in a bear market. That's when the true winners and people who actually are knowledgeable about the space and are true visionaries will come to the top. So yeah, Logan Paul pretty much got this done to him. But he'll be okay, because guess what? He's making $20 million a year. But guess who won't be okay? The small guys. The small guys that spent $50,000, their last $20,000 on one of these freaking cartoon sketches. Bored Ape Yacht kind of included in that, if you ask me. But because they had Bored Ape, Yuga Labs had a conglomerate, a machine behind it. They were able to add additional value to the NFTs, giving you access to certain parties, restaurants, and you can license them and all of that. But even that, I think, is over, because the SEC, as I stated, if you're just jumping in, has looked into and had filed an inquiry on Bored Ape Yacht Club. And it's, come on now, we know how this story ends. They're gonna find something. They're going to make up something to find. How about we put it that way? So, just letting you guys know what's going on there. I want to talk to you guys, and I'll leave that as last, but I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on. It's a sad situation we have in just the privacy ecosystem with the Tor network. I wasn't even aware of the situation they're in. We're going to take a look at that here in a second, but before we do that, let's take a look at this one out of Decrypt Media. Treasury fines crypto exchange Bittrex $53 million. Good googly moogly. I'm gonna drop the flex bomb on that one. God almighty. $53 million. Oh, good God. Good God. So the U.S. government has hit digital asset exchange Bittrex with fines of $53 million, which is, by the way, the biggest fine on a crypto business by the Treasury to date. That is right. The Treasury Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, said Tuesday the U.S. exchange would have to pay two fines to the government entities, or should I say shakedown units, $24 million and $29 million respectively, for apparent violations of multiple U.S. sanctions programs. Wow. This is crazy, man. They are coming. Do you see the pattern here, ladies and gents? Do you see the direction we're going? They're heating up. I told you guys they are heating up. They are heating up. How much did Reggie get fined? Reggie got fined his whole net worth. How about that? So they took everything from Reg. But he's going to bounce back like ground ball. Believe me, he's got something brewing. I'm going to re-interview him maybe later this week or over the weekend and get that published. Again, I told you the audio was horrendous on my last interview with him, so I can't put that out. But Wisdom Bar says, in my Paul Revere voice, the feds are coming. The feds are coming. Right. Exactly. SEC corrupt as though. I don't know how we going to get out of this. Privacy. We're going to talk about privacy here in a second, Nick. I'm glad you brought that up. Minho in the building. Shout out to Minho, my bruv from across the pond. Bored Ape, I hated them from the start. Man, I can't mess with Bored Ape. You already know why. Whether it was I think it was just a 4chan kind of jab and bad joke. How they added so much anti-Semitism and neo-Nazi graphical references. There are too many to ignore. Anonymous, I already reported on this. Anonymous has done a full-on extensive report on it. They come to the same conclusion. There's no way you're going to have all this embedded in these NFTs, in your logo, and it be a mistake. Sorry. So, hey, they get what they deserve on this one, in my opinion. Calvin 3 times in the building. Thanks for you for smashing those, Liz Ikes. Yes, indeed. Sean C is in the building as well. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. So, Toltec said crypto war is full on. It is, man. And I said that, this is the Rubicon we have to cross to see where we actually settle in the future for cryptocurrencies. Listen, they're not going to demolish the industry. They're not going to completely make it disappear, but it's going to be a change. Once we cross over this regulatory bridge, like it or not, it's coming. It has been coming, but it's really going to step up in 23. Once we get over that bridge, we'll see where the dust settles and how things look for the average person to operate, get involved, so on and so forth within the crypto industry. Yeah, Reggie is suing Coinbase for $300 million. He's going to get something. I think he's going to get something. We talked about it in our last interview. Again, I'll be re-interviewing him sometime later this week or over the weekend, hopefully. Will 45 in the building. Red Robbles, thank you for tuning in, my friend. Yeah, man. So that's where we are, guys. Can't keep our head in the sand any longer. We gotta just recognize the landscape that we're now in. Let's take a look at this one. This is good news, though, right here. I guess Google Cloud to let users pay with Bitcoin. Certain users, a handful of users with Ethereum, Dogecoin, and I think Bitcoin. And I think there are a couple others as well. But yes, the internet giant today said that it will use Coinbase to accept crypto payments for cloud services early next year, according to the report. So, this is a step in the right direction. Coinbase Commerce is expected to move their data-related applications from Amazon Web Services to Google's. That's interesting. I thought that was pretty neat. I wonder why. What made them make that move over? But this is what's happening, and now select users, a handful of users, will be able to pay their cloud bills with cryptos. I don't think this has a meaningful impact on the space at this juncture. They can pay with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Tether. I don't think this has a big impact on this space. Honestly, there's only going to be a handful of people. It's not like this is like a consumer, a widely used service, right? This is going to be for a very small few people who even pay or use Google Cloud. So, but it is a step in the right direction, I would say. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that as well. Again, I'm going to take this moment for, we got 53 people in the building. There's no reason why I should not see you guys smacking those like buttons. All right, get up on stage as though my man Chris Rock was talking about your wife, and give the thumbs up a smack, please, please. That really helps the algorithms get the awareness out about my two Satoshis, doing it live, as you guys know I always do. Lastly but not least, we really need to take a look at this one. Flew under my radar, and I never even knew this was we were in this situation. We're so busy trying to make, you know, the next 10x, 5x in crypto, and we fail to even realize what crypto stands for. It's cryptography, right? It's privacy. So we need to do, and I'll drop a link to this right now, donate.torproject.org. I'll get to the details on what this link is all about, but basically, man, we got a situation in the industry of privacy, in the sector of privacy. Tor is under attack, guys. Okay, after more than 2 years, we all know about Wasabi Wallet, right? But after 2 years of development and review, the team at Wasabi unleashed their wallet 2.0 version. This upgrade included numerous improvements, attempting to finally make the private use of Bitcoin effortless and cheap. Specifically, the new Wasabi client is designed to be more intense Tor user than the past, now with even more Tor identities in parallel. However, the Tor project is dreadfully underfunded, with only a handful of people working on the C-Tor client we all use nowadays. Only a small team is actively working on a new client written in Rust. This is crazy, which will substantially increase performance and fixes some critical bugs. However, there has not been enough funding to build and maintain the Onion service support. How have we gotten to this point, ladies and gents? I don't understand. Sean C said, I hate to say this, but many altcoins can be designated as a security under the law. Many of my XRP friends keep acting like it's a guarantee that the SEC is going to lose. I don't think so. Come on, man. Listen, regardless of how I feel about XRP, just think of it this way. If XRP wins, it pretty much makes all previous attempts, or successful attempts, I should say, of the SEC going after other companies, like those companies could kind of like maybe go back and retry it. Does the SEC have the resources to do that? No. The easiest path for going forward is for SEC to win this XRP case. Whatever happens with it happens, whether they pay a fine. They're going to pay a fine, but they pay a fine. Ripple pays a fine, and then admits or doesn't admit. You know how that shit goes. But it will ultimately, in my opinion, be a losing case for XRP. I mean, everything is lining up for that. You see how they're attacking each and every other entity within the space right now. So what's been happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that essentially, because there isn't a lot of support and funding behind the Tor network, it's being hit with a lot of DDoS attacks, the distributed denial of service attacks. Okay, and when they're under DDoS, coin joins aren't as large and as frequent as they should be. So when they're under these DDoS attacks, it can take 3 days, or has in the past taken like 3-4 days for a successful coin join to be completed. That is completely unacceptable. I'm gonna ask you guys this right now. Who do you think is doing these DDoS attacks? It wouldn't be the people that are benefiting, enjoying, needing privacy, would it? Not at all. I'll let you fill in the blanks on who might be the culprit. So here we are. Even networks like BAYC, Lightning Network, and full nodes are vulnerable to some extent with these DDoS attacks. So Tor is not only used, of course, by Bitcoin, but other projects, crypto related and non-crypto related. So, hey man, we're under attack here, ladies and gents, and you have to be, do I have a solution? I do, but you know, I'm how can I put this? I'm realistic, and I know most won't do it. You know, most are just about securing the bag, and that's how where we are, to be honest with you. Crypto Minded said deep state. SEC catch us gov behind it all. Lightning Network is controlled anyways. It's centralized. I'm right there with you, Crypto Minded. I am not a fan of the Lightning Network. I don't care what the prevailing narrative is. Been saying it for since 2017. I'm going to take a screen recording of this about Tor and tweet at Elon. Appreciate the story. Didn't know about this. Yeah, man. We need more support, man. Elon could easily, you know, donate 15-20 million, and that will give them a huge boost. Again, the site, I dropped it in the chat room. Please just donate 5, 25, whatever you can. You can click other and put in what you want. All right. Unfortunately, this is the retarded thing though. They're not even accepting crypto. So like, come on now. Come on, Tor. I mean, I gotta call you out on that one, homie. How are you not accepting crypto? What is that about? I don't actually like that. What if I want to donate anonymously? Can't do that shit with PayPal. Definitely can't do it with a credit card. So get your act together, Tor. We need you to get hip. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So that's pretty much it though for today, ladies and gents. I appreciate your attention. Again, make sure you hit those thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Unsubscribe. Click that bell. Resubscribe. All that stuff to make sure you get these alerts, guys, because I'm not having the alerts go through to my subscribers. I think you know probably why. But again, that is it for today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And that's my two Satoshis. I'm out of here. Holla!
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.